sustainability values.
Those as well. Now, people who prefer shopping on social media sites like Instagram and TikTok seem to get the best discounts available there.
Well, joining us now is entrepreneur Joe Fairley to tell us more. It looks like a changing world out there, Joe.
It is a changing world. This information comes to us via something called the Virgin Media O2 Movers Index, which is a quarterly survey that the phone company does, and it tracks all our data. So when we're shopping, they know where we are anonymously, so they can see those patterns. And then the researchers sit down with 2,000 businesses and 2,000 individuals to really kind of drill down into the factors that are shaping our spending and shaping our planning. And as a business, shaping our strategies, because in a business like I founded Green and Blacks, I've had 4 subsequent startups. You spend so much time firefighting that there isn't always time to focus on the really important stuff, which is the future planning.
I don't know, I'm always slightly torn on this sort of idea of pre-loved or second-hand stuff and all the rest of it, because it's all well and good, it saves you money in your pocket, but is it a money spinner for those people who want to get into that line of work?
Well, I mean, I'm wearing a vintage dress, so which I think I paid £30 for on Vinted, and for a lot of individuals, actually, it's quite a good way to move things in your wardrobe. And an enormous number of businesses are now, even Selfridges on Oxford Street. I saw a secondhand startup store on London Bridge Station the other day, where a space that was previously, I think, something like a Ted Baker has been given over to secondhand. So there's a company in Ramsgate and Deal called Positive Retail. So a lot of retailers are embracing this idea that actually we want to buy secondhand alongside new.
Well, I have changed the way that I've shopped, Joe, because I'm getting married next year. I'm trying to save a bit of money. I am a little bit of a shopaholic, am I not? And so I'm trying to buy more on Vinted and things like that, which has been wonderful, actually. And as you say, there's lots of bargains to be found. I'm really interested, though, in this rise of people buying on sites like Instagram and TikTok, and the discounts that are available on there. Tell us a bit more about that.
To be honest, I can't really comment on that. It's true that many more people are buying via social media, and businesses, not just Virgin Media O2 customers, but all businesses are looking at ways to promote themselves more via social media. But what this study also showed was that actually the local high streets are still incredibly important to us. There were 44% of people want to have a post office in their community, about the same number want a bank, and perhaps less surprisingly, we want local cafes. And I think there's an understanding that when you spend money locally, it tends to circulate locally. It doesn't disappear to some kind of foreign HQ or go offshore. It goes round and round in our community. And so I think that alongside the social media trend is actually really important and vital for the fabric of our daily lives. You know, we don't want to spend our whole time on our phones, fabulous as they are. It's a balance that we want with human contact and that amazing facility to, you know, when you need something really boring, you know, buy it over the phone. Or interesting things you can buy over the phone too. But we are human beings, and communication in person is important as well as in, you know, through our tech. I think that another interesting stat that came out of the Virgin O2 Movers Index was the fact that more and more of us are wanting to spend money on self-care and well-being. So that was up 23%. And I think that's a reflection of the fact that life is hard, times are tough, the world is uncertain, and that we understand that we need to kind of build some personal resilience to be able to deal with that kind of thing. So that's a sort of shift in spending patterns as well.
I would say the good news about that, Joe, is I think chocolate falls under well-being and self-care, doesn't it? Which is all absolutely great to see you this morning. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Joe.
I don't know if I need to.